Alright, so continuing where we left off, we now have access to issue number 2. Past Deux and Shellshock. As a reminder, these are the comics that accompany the game Dispatch, and they add some backstory and context for events that occur in the story. The first part of issue 2 finds Coop while on a mission to assassinate a target. This is a normal night for her as she brags about having killed 68 of her targets and having a perfect assassination rate. Her newest target is a small man watching TV who turns out to be Punch-Up. She enters the room through the window and sees that he's watching ballet. However, Punch-Up sees Coop attempting to sneak up on him due to her knife's glare. Punch-Up is embarrassed and attempts to tell her that he doesn't usually watch that on TV. However, Coop launches at him and attempts to kill him. However, Punch-Up is a lot stronger than he looks, and this leads to a fight which turns somewhat passionate. The two fight and banter a little bit and find out that they have a few things in common, which eventually leads the two to turn their meeting intimate. Punch-Up tells her that she's gorgeous and the two make love all night long. Part 2 of the issue picks up where Dispatch episode 2 ended, and it shows Phenomenon Man and Blonde Blazers date in Tokyo. Once the two arrive, you see the paparazzi appear, and while Phenomenon Man loves this, Blonde Blazer seems to be getting tired of it. Blonde Blazer attempts to talk to Phenomenon Man about something serious, but he's too busy trying to eat and seems uninterested. Blonde Blazer asks him where she sees them in 5 years, and Phenomenon Man tells her that he sees them together fighting to protect the people of Earth alongside her. Blonde Blazer then reluctantly asks if superhero work is all they will do. Phenomenon Man says yes, as he wants to spend his life doing exactly what they're doing now, doing superhero work and fighting until they both die. Blonde Blazer, however, seems to be tired of this and tells him that she envisions a life where they can take a break, relax, and just be a normal couple. She wants time for Mandy, which is her real name, and wants to leave Blonde Blazer alone for a little bit. But Phenomenon Man says that Blonde Blazer is what she should be doing, and that's all that he wants. This helps Blonde Blazer realize that she and Phenomenon Man have reached their end, and so she breaks up with him, leaving Phenomenon Man completely shell-shocked. And this is where issue number 2 ends. I really like these short little comics. They add a little bit of extra context to the story and expands on characters that don't have the time to shine in the actual game. For example, Coop and Punch-Up. Now you know that they have a relationship. You know the way that they met. You know that they made love. You know that they maybe fell in love and are secretly together. So when you pair them up or when you see them on screen, you'll know that something else was there, which I really, really like. And I love part 2 of this issue because it shows Blonde Blazer's motivations for breaking up with Phenomenon Man. At first, I thought that this breakup could be a hoax, a way to trick Mecha Man or trick Robert into doing something, and both Phenomenon Man and Blonde Blazer were playing him. But now I know that that's not the case. This issue expanded on the problems that Blonde Blazer was facing, this crisis that she's having of maybe not wanting to do this superhero thing all the time. She wants alone time. She wants personal time. She wants something more out of life. And maybe she found that in Robert due to his way of being and the honor that he carries. And you can see that Robert is alone and has a good heart. And Blonde Blazer maybe found that in Robert. And so now I'm more confident in their relationship. I'm more confident in them being together. I'm not as guarded up. And so I really hope that this isn't some sort of rug pull. I hope that there's no twist coming. This solidifies to me Blonde Blazer being the right person for Robert, in my opinion, of course. And so without this comic, without this expansion, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't be secure in that. And I love that this added context. This is amazing. This is phenomenal, you know? And so I'm excited to see where this goes. And I cannot wait for next week's episode.